So this past year, I had a ton of growth, at least in my opinion, on YouTube. And over the past 12, 13 months, I've grown over 50,000 subscribers from a pretty new and small channel. So I wanted to make this video to really speak to anyone who is maybe just starting out YouTube or thinking about starting YouTube, to provide all the tips that I really wish I knew, as well as to speak to the things that I did wrong that you can do right to grow even faster than I did. So this isn't where I typically film my videos. I thought I'd let my buddy Snorlax make an appearance, but after sitting on him for just a few seconds, I don't think this is gonna work. So let me swap the chair. All right, so I think this chair will be a better fit for this video. And I have a loose framework for it here on my phone, but I want this to be really a one-to-one talk to if I could sit down to myself a little over a year ago and say, this is exactly what you're gonna do right, and this is what you're gonna do wrong, so that I could make this process as easy as possible for myself or for you watching this. Because YouTube is amazing and it's changed my life completely, and I desperately want it to do the same for you. So the first tip here is to just spend a bit of time understanding how YouTube works. YouTube is a search engine, which makes it so powerful. The fact that this is a social media platform, but it's also a search engine, makes it, in my opinion, the most valuable social media platform out there, because it is something that you can figure out and really put in a consistent plan in place to slowly grow. And the amazing part of a search engine is the fact that the content lifespan on YouTube is so much longer than on any other platform. I have videos on my channel that I've made over 2 years ago that still bring in consistent views, and that's not possible anywhere else. And that's the first thing I did right. I spent time understanding how YouTube really functions so that I was consistently making videos the right way, or the best way that I could at the given time, given my current skill set. And because I was consistently doing that, one of my videos started to take off, and it dramatically changed everything for my channel. And that specific video had like no views for about 4 or 5 months, and then started to pick up. So that's why it's so important to understand how YouTube works, to give yourself an opportunity for one of those breakthrough moments that just makes everything easier. And once you understand how YouTube functions, you can then make videos that are very search friendly. And that's really the first overall tip, is to consistently make search friendly videos as a new channel. And if I've already lost you right there, and after hearing that, you're like, check out this video that I just put in the card above, where I really break down what I mean by search-based videos and how to actually do research before you even make a video to ensure that it's in demand and give yourself a chance to get some views. The second really practical tip that I want you to make a core part of your strategy is to ride trends, and do so very, very quickly. I'm in quite a contested niche. There are tons of people making videos on the topics of social media and social media growth and online business. The stuff that I talk about, there are so many people making videos like that, and there were before I even started. So how I differentiated myself was to try to be first on any trend that happened as soon as it happened. The perfect example I can give to you is about 1.5 years ago, Facebook and Instagram shut down for about an hour or two. During that time, I was the first one to make a video on that subject, and because of that, because no one else had done it, it got thousands and thousands of views overnight and brought me thousands of subscribers to my very small channel, simply because I was first. So be nimble, create quickly, and ride trends. So be very well informed with the kind of videos that you want to make, and stay up to date with what's going on. And that leads perfectly into tip number 3, which is to have a niche. I know that you want to start a YouTube channel right now. You're thinking about a niche and you hear it, or niche. I know some people get mad at me for saying niche, whatever. You hear a niche and you think that it is a box. It is actually the most freeing thing for you, especially if you want to take this seriously and turn your YouTube channel into a business. If you try to appeal to everyone on YouTube, you'll end up appealing to no one and never being found. The reason for that is because if YouTube can't identify what your video is, or who you are and who you're for, they're not gonna take as many chances on you, because anytime they put a video in front of a potential viewer, that's a chance and a risk that they're having to take for their business. So the more information that you give them and the more consistent you are with your offering, the more likely they are to take chances with you and your videos. Plus, when they have a great understanding of the type of videos you're making, they also know the kind of people that want those videos. So help YouTube help you by getting into a niche. And when picking your niche, I don't even think it's possible to be too narrow. The more specific you are in your initial offering, the faster you will grow. But I want to add one point to that, is don't let this need for a niche stop you from starting. If you go back and look at my channel, my niche has changed like 3 or 4 times. At first it was fitness, and then about my ACL, I tore my ACL, and then I got into the social media and the stuff that I do now. So a niche is fantastic. Sooner that you get to a defined niche, the faster you will find success. So in summary, try to find a niche, but don't let not having one stop you from starting. And if you don't know what your niche is, like I didn't, just start making videos on things that you're highly, highly passionate in or about, and the market will basically tell you where you're best fit based on the performance of the videos. You're better served having an identified niche, but if you don't know, still start creating and the market will tell you. And as long as you're making videos that you are passionate about, either way you're winning. Another reason why YouTube is so valuable is because of the community and the relationship that video allows you to create. It's also very important for you to maintain or nurture those potential relationships. So when you are a small channel, it is imperative to be replying to every single comment and actually engaging with the people that are watching your videos. If you're a small channel, you have no excuse not to reply to everyone. And when you are replying to comments, do so in a conversational way. So if someone asks you a question, answer them, provide them value, and further that conversation. If you simply give them the information that they were looking for, that's great, but that is very transactional and they may leave and they may not have subscribed. But if you have a conversation, you're building a relationship that is sustainable and that will turn into a fan. So really create a community by being present, being active, and being available consistently. The next area of focus is something that I've done a terrible job of. I have not done a good enough job of this, and that's being unique and also being yourself and sharing that through your videos. Unique is great because people love things that are unique. When they come across something that's new, they stop and they're further intrigued by it, and they're gonna give you more opportunity. They can also connect with you by being unique because if you're being yourself, people really deeply resonate with that. If you are more of an information or educational type channel like mine is, it can be difficult to incorporate your unique personality, but it is so important to do so. And this is exactly why. People come to my videos for the information, and they only come for the information in that specific video. The great thing is that can attract a ton of people who are looking for that information, but the problem with that is that my current structure of my channel is very transactional. Not many people have a deep relationship with Ben the human being, they only have it with Ben the educator, and it is very, very transactional. So what that means is I will not get consistent high views on every single video because they're there for the information, not the creator. So the better that you can get at incorporating your unique personality and connecting with your viewers, the more likely you will create sustainable success and viewership for any video you create. You want them to be there for you and also be enjoying or growing from the content you're providing. And again, I have not done a good enough job of this, and it's something I'm actively working to because it is such a game changer and allows you to do so many more things and be far more adaptable to follow whatever your passions and whatever your dreams really are, because the audience will come with you because they want to and they resonate and connect with you, the creator. So some tips to do that is throw in humor where you can, share yourself where possible. Obviously don't bore people, but when there's an opportunity to organically share a part of you, give people the opportunity to connect to that. Also, become a great storyteller. Even as an educator, the better that you are at storytelling, the more people can connect with you. Stories are some of the most powerful things on this planet, and they have been since the beginning of humankind. The better that you can incorporate storytelling elements into your videos, regardless of the content, the deeper people will connect with it, the more they'll want to talk about it, the more that they'll share it, and the deeper that they'll connect with you as the creator. Some great examples of this are Will Tennyson and Kelly Stamps. They're 2 YouTube creators that I highly recommend checking out because they have done such an amazing job of taking their niche and going far beyond that by sharing themselves so that they became bigger than their niche. Their viewers were there more for the connection they had with the creator and the characters that the creator had developed than they were simply for the content. So become a great storyteller. It will help you tremendously on YouTube and in life in general. And I'm working on this. I have not been good enough at this, so I'm working on it. Expect to see some more Ben. Whether you like it or not, please like it, please. The next piece is something that probably everyone in your life has ever told you, and that's how important consistency is. And the same is true on YouTube. If I break it down like this, most people truly understand why it's so important. Again, I revert back to the fact that YouTube is a for-profit business. So when they take risks on people, it is that. It's a business, it's a financial risk. So let me paint you a picture. If you and your competitor made the exact same video, but the competitor has made a video every single week, shows up consistently, replies to all their comments, etc., and you are totally sporadic with your videos and the support that you provide the viewers of those videos, and you only have one placement to show the video, who are you going to give that spot to? You're gonna give it to the consistent person because it is less of a risk for something you care about, which in this case is YouTube's business and their viewers. So by being consistent, you're giving yourself the best chance to find success and get one of those huge wins that I've referred to, but also you're giving yourself an actual chance. You're giving yourself an opportunity. You're making strides within the eyes of YouTube, and eventually you're gonna build up enough trust where they're gonna continue to take more and more risks on you. And if your content is there and your connection is there, it turns into a matter of when and not if you'll grow on YouTube. So keep pumping those videos out, do so on a consistent basis, but also be realistic with yourself. So many people that I speak to that wanna get started on YouTube, they start with these crazy dreams and goals for themselves of posting 3 or 4 videos a week when they've never posted a video before in their life. Set yourself up for consistent and what's the word I'm looking for? And sustainable success. Even if that is 1 video a month, I would rather you stick to that religiously than post a few and then go ghost and never come back to it. Set yourself up for success, not failure. Start with something you know you can achieve on a consistent basis and increase as your ability and willingness gets there. Don't do the other way around. Don't start too high and then fall off the wagon. Start at a level you know you can maintain and scale up as you can. Some words just get so hard to say. And I'm not here trying to make you feel bad. Consistency is just incredibly important, and it's something that I have struggled with and realistically still struggle with to this day, but understanding that it's so important to YouTube, make it a priority for yourself. And you'll also get way better from being consistent, so there's really no loss here. I think what the most important piece is to having real success on YouTube is to have a real strong why, because it's not gonna be easy. There are gonna be times where it's weird, it sucks, and people look at you like you have 4 heads. When I started making videos, my friends thought I was a weirdo with no idea what I was doing and that I was a huge loser. The people on my campus, when I'd walk around with my camera, thought the exact same thing. Even my family, and then especially people that didn't like me, thought I was an absolute jackass for making these videos. But I knew internally that I was doing this for a very strong purpose. I wanted to build something for myself that I could then help other people build things for themselves. So when you come into it with a very strong why, there's nothing that can stop you. There will be times where you feel like shit. There'll be times where you don't want to post the next video, but if your why is strong enough, none of that will really matter. When I would post a video that would get no views, it didn't matter. It didn't hurt me. It didn't affect me. I still was equally as enthusiastic in the next video because I understood that each one of these videos, shitty or amazing, were all part of the plan in getting me there. I didn't know which one it would be that would change things, but I damn as hell believed that one of them would do that because my why was so strong. So this may not be obvious for you. There may not be a glaring reason for why you're doing this, but if you really dig a little deeper and think internally why you want this and what is the reason behind that why, you'll probably find something that is incredibly powerful and that will work more for you than any tip you'll ever find on YouTube when it comes to growing. So identify that strong why, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You don't have to tell anyone. Just have a deep understanding internally and let that be the light when times get dark, because I can promise you this, they will. So I know that was a lot, but I just want you to know that if you want to do this, you can do this, and you are capable of doing this. It really is just simple as starting and doing it. Get after it, and if there's ever anything I can do to help you along the way, let me know in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, or send me a message on Instagram. Go get it.